Live from Happy Valley Studios, this is the MCS1 Show featuring Caleb Hennon. And now your host, MCS1.
Welcome everyone. I am MCS1.
And I'm Caleb.
And we have another wonderfully amazing episode of the MCS1 Show. Today we have something super special, our first time ever, answering fan mail.
Hooray!
Letters from the fans.
That's a good idea. Whoa,
Yeah.
Mark.
What's up?
But I want to kind of touch back on social networking really fast.
Oh,
though.
before we start opening
Yeah,
lines?
just kind of I just feel like we didn't finish everything.
Yeah. Well, what did we forget about social networking?
Well,
what didn't we discuss?
The big one.
What big one?
Yeah.
We discussed MySpace. We discussed Twitter.
Yes.
We discussed Yahoo chat rooms.
Okay. We even hit up Google Plus.
We even hit up Google Plus.
But
I don't know what we're missing.
We forgot the big one.
The big one.
Think for just a second, Mark. Come on.
I
know it's in there.
Second Life.
No, we touched on that.
Oh.
It's Facebook.
Facebook.
We didn't hit Facebook.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
let's take a quick second.
That's the worst one.
Yeah, let's take a quick second and briefly summarize Facebook before we get to the letters from the fans. So, all right. So let's discuss this Facebook that you speak of.
Yeah.
What upsets you about this Facebook that you had to bring up?
A lot of different things.
I don't even know.
You don't even know.
Yeah.
You don't even know about Facebook.
Yeah.
You just don't even know.
I don't even know.
You don't even know.
Tell me what upsets you. What upsets you about Facebook? Is it the games? You want to talk about the games?
Well, a little bit, yeah. I think we should
tell
hit
me
up
what
on
your
the games.
thoughts are about the Facebook games.
Okay,
Caleb.
well, let's first of all let's face up on this one, okay?
Okay.
I am sick of game invites. I don't want to start a farm. I really, really, really don't care how many demons you have to fight in a dungeon tomorrow night, and I definitely don't want to join your mafia game.
Oh man, I was going to ask you to join my mafia.
Nope, don't do it.
What
don't
about?
do it.
Oh,
I'll
man.
shiv you.
I'll shiv you
virtually.
Well, that's the idea. Facebook games. They've gotten out of control with the invites. It's like, okay, I block your Farmville request. You get upset because I
get a message.
How will I feed my virtual? How will you feed your virtual goats? I don't care.
Yeah,
they're not
really,
real.
really don't care about your little virtual goats.
I bet you spend more time. I bet the average Farmville player, okay, maybe not, but the Farmville players, I bet they spend more time on Farmville than a real farmer does on a farm.
Right. Well, I mean, it's just like, okay, I'm sorry that I'm sorry, Dwight Schrute, your virtual beets aren't going to grow.
Yes, seriously.
You can go ahead and just grow your real ones.
And
well, it's just so ridiculous
and
how out of control it's gotten.
What I don't get is why they're taking certain games and they're turning them like real life things that aren't fun into these games. Farming? I grew up on a farm. Farming sucks.
Yeah,
farming isn't fun.
How is that a game?
Yeah.
And okay, being in the mafia, while it makes a great movie, I don't think the people that are actually in the mafia are like, I'm really glad I get shot at every day.
Yeah, I'm really glad I have these risks. Unless it's Goodfellas.
Well,
but that's a movie, even though it was based off of real life.
Well,
but it didn't end happy, did it?
Well, yeah. I mean, and it's just like, I mean, real. I don't know how many real mafia members are like, oh man, so glad I'm in the mafia and that the police always want to take me down.
Exactly.
That my rival gang wants me dead.
And oh man, so one of my roommates, speaking of Facebook, he played tons. Like, oh my gosh, and it was one like to avoid zombies.
Okay.
Like zombie avoidance. It's like, and here's the best part: the zombies wouldn't get you as long as you were on your side of the fence. So basically, if you live the American dream. According to this, if you live the American dream, you have a white picket fence. Zombies won't come after you. You're cool, man.
Hey, for future zombie apocalypse, safety.
You might want to build a fence. Go to Lowe's, Home Depot.
Yeah, the government should just start handing out white picket fence kits.
Seriously. Fulfill the American dream.
And you'll never really have to worry about zombies again.
Yeah, seriously.
Not that we're worried about them right now anyway.
Yeah. And so yeah, Facebook games. I'm tired of the
requests.
Yeah, I'm tired. I know you can block them. There's always a new one popping up, like Castleville.
What?
Yeah, I got a Castleville invite the other day. I'm like, where did Castleville come from?
It's just Farmville with knights, and I'm guessing.
Castleville. Yeah, you go and you grow dragons, I'm guessing.
Hooray!
I don't know. Will you help feed who will help me feed my virtual unicorns? No one. Go away. And then, I hate, seeing Facebook game stuff in my mini feed.
Yeah, that's annoying.
It's will someone join Farmville or do something so I can get an extra hoe or rake? Well, that's not how it works in real life.
Yeah, hey, will you be my friend in the real world so I can borrow your rake?
Will you be my Hey, will you move next door to me so I can use your rake?
I just don't want to go buy one.
Yeah, I'm just lazy and cheap.
But yeah, if you move in next door.
Yeah, and if you're nice, I might even share some of my corn. While throwing my trash over your side of the fence. Speaking of which, my neighbors growing up on the farm, they would actually throw their trash.
Oh, that sounds
on their side of the fence. But
they were sharing.
Yeah,
sharing is
it's funny
caring.
because my parents' property was so big. It's you could see and they would still the people when they would throw their trash on my parents' side of the fence, they would still have to look at it. So it just made them look ghetto, or we were piling a ton of trash by the fence to piss them off.
Or to not be able to see them anymore.
Yeah, even though our house was a good couple 100 feet away. So it made no
that's
sense.
Silly.
So yeah, okay, so enough with these Facebook games, these invites, and them clogging up my mini feed. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, it's done. Just stop it.
So speaking of things clogging up my mini feed, I'm tired of let's talk about this. This is a little off topic, but the memes or memes.
Oh, so sick of them.
However you pronounce that, I don't know. They were really funny at first.
At the beginning.
Yeah, same with demotivators.
Yeah.
And still some of them are funny, but now it's overkill. When you do something so much, it loses its value.
Well, and it's okay. I personally, I have a vendetta against them.
Really?
Freaking hate them.
Oh.
I thought they were funny for about the first week, and then I was just stop it.
Yeah.
Well, because okay, here's how ridiculous it's gotten. I saw one in my feed the other day for a tuba player.
A tuba player.
A tuba player. I'm sorry, but I really don't care what society thinks you do as a tuba player. I don't care what your parents think you do as a tuba player. And I don't care what you actually do as a tuba player.
Man.
My personal thought on what you actually do as a tuba player is, do you probably play the tuba?
Dear tuba player, the MCS1 Show is looking for sponsors. Please send sponsorship and or question to the MCS1 Show at gmail.com.
Yes, please.
The one is the number one. Thank you, tuba players, for your consideration. But yeah, it's
Well, it's I don't really care. I don't have anything against tuba players.
I know what you mean. I saw one for script writers, and it was kind of funny because I'm a script writer.
Okay, all right.
And stuff, but then I see what you mean, because then it was coming up for everyone.
Yeah.
Tuba players, science majors, gamer girls.
The gamer girls one, really?
And I was oh man, gamer girls.
And then I think the funniest one that I ever saw, though.
Back referencing to gamer girl capitalism.
Right.
Anyway,
right.
Go on.
My favorite one, though, that I've ever seen is there was actually one where a friend of mine posted a meme about hating on memes. And the meme was 6 different pictures of somebody beating a dead horse. And it said, and it's all the captions had the same captions as all the other ones. What society thinks I do, what my mom thinks I do, what the school board thinks I do. And it was just 6 different pictures of people beating a dead horse. And it just cracked me up.
That is genius.
And it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's true, though. They have memes or memes, however the freak you say them, they have been literally beaten to death, and then we just forgot that they were dead, and we kept beating them.
Yeah. That's how it's getting. And it's like within this past month, they've just exploded. There's now different college groups for different memes. Like we live in Happy Valley, Utah. There's a BYU memes one now that's like really popular, and it's I subscribe to it, but I'm not gonna lie, only one in about 10 of them
are actually good.
Are actually either good or slightly funny, or even make me chuckle. But most of them, they're pretty dumb, and it's funny because like the thing that sucks about memes is the fact that they're easy to make. I guess it's good. It's a double-edged sword. It's good and it's bad. But the problem is people who aren't funny.
Yep, they totally have access.
They have access to it, and they go nuts. And they keep thinking they're funny because someone else who isn't funny clicked like.
Yep.
Because there's always those people on Facebook that click like for everything.
Yep. Those are your personal, just what we call. I mean, I just call them Sir Likes a lot.
Sir Likes a lot.
That's all they are. They just sit there. Everything anybody says,
like
they click like. Like I remember, I clicked on one of my friend's profiles the other day because I was gonna just send him a message. Because I had a legitimate reason to talk to him, and I had lost his phone number somehow. I didn't have a way of contacting him, and that's where
a social network actually comes in handy.
Yeah, that's the one time that I'm like, okay, I'm glad that we both have a Facebook because now I can use it to actually contact somebody when I just happen to have lost their phone number. You know? And I got onto his page, and I'm not even kidding you. The last 5 posts was him liking something. It was like, so-and-so likes this person's status. So-and-so likes this person's status.
I hate that.
So-and-so likes this person's photo.
I was just that off, too.
I was just like,
are
you kidding me?
Oh, man.
It's just like, I mean, and it's great if you like something, but could you please do something original and leave a comment, maybe?
Yeah, when I click like, I actually hide a lot of my mini feed because I don't want people knowing what I do.
Well, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and so like when I click like on something, it's like I don't really want people to know that I like it. I mean, yeah, I kind of do, but it's not like I'm not sharing this with the world. It's like, I think that's cool. I think Pokemon's cool, but I don't go around singing the Pokemon song in the hallways at school.
Well, and it's
although I have thought about it.
Well, I don't. If you're gonna sing something,
it might as well be that.
Yeah.
So,
well, and I mean, and it's like, it's great if you like something. I'm not saying don't like things, but I'm just saying don't flood my mini feed with the things that you like.
And I know we can. I know we can remove it. I know we can hide it, but we shouldn't have to.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, and I really do not have a problem with it. I mean, I like certain things too. Just like everybody else, I have likes and I have dislikes.
Yeah.
But I'm not broadcasting it to everyone in the world.
Yeah, that's another.
And it's like I don't go around walking around saying, "Oh, hey, I like shoes." It's so great. And then I don't want somebody liking the fact that I like shoes and then commenting on the fact that you like shoes. It's like. Oh yeah, he likes Will Ferrell. Oh, 5 likes. It's like, okay, why?
I don't like Will Ferrell, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Will Ferrell. If you are considering sponsoring the MCS1 Show, please send requests to the MCS1 Show at gmail.com. The 1 is the number 1. So
thanks, Will.
Yeah, thanks,
Will.
Will.
Be in touch.
Yeah, thanks, bro. So another thing I would like to mention.
I don't think he's gonna call.
Yeah, I don't either. Or
email us. I don't think he's gonna send us a message.
Speaking of which, this email, we should read it. But I want to say something real quick before we read this email.
Okay, go ahead.
Back to the broadcasting thing.
Okay.
They broadcast everything.
Yeah.
Now it's like they keep telling us about their lives, and it's like we like being up to date.
Sure.
We like being informed. We like being in a circle of other people's lives.
I don't have a problem with that. But I'd like to be able to ask first.
But instead of this being a circle, it's kind of turning into like, I don't know how to put it, a black hole.
Yeah.
Like they're just trying to suck us in with everything. Or no, it's like a reverse black hole. They're just shoving out everything imaginable.
What is the opposite of a black hole?
I don't know.
Is it like I don't know.
It's something that shoves out a ton of useless information. I'd say Sarah Palin.
Okay, but she is white.
Yeah, Sarah Palin is probably... Okay, so it's like a Sarah Palin just going berserk here.
Yeah, and
not to get political.
Or we could say, it's a Will Ferrell.
Yeah, Will Ferrell. It's Will
It's
Ferrell.
a Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell if you are considering sponsoring the MCS1 Show, please send request to the MCS1 Show at gmail.com. The one is the number one. But yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's true though. I mean, it's just my favorite thing is I had a friend, a couple weeks ago post that, she posted a picture. And the caption said, gonna go out with my girlies tonight and get drunk. And I posted a comment and said, and
yeah, like, where's the story with this?
Is there like something that's gonna happen? Like, I mean, okay, here's the next social update that I really want to hear. I have found the cure for cancer.
Yes.
And I will like that. And unlike it, and then like it again, just so I can press like more than once.
Yeah.
Because that's fantastic. That would be great.
Great news.
But going out to party with my girlies, gonna get drunk. It's like, I don't care.
And you see so much of that these days.
Well, and then the ridiculous thing, too, on that same note, is she actually responded to me.
Oh, no.
She was like, and it's gonna be lots of fun. And I was like, okay.
That's cool.
That is really, really great. Thank you. I am so glad you took a few seconds out of your partying to respond to my sarcastic remark.
By partying, she means sitting around drinking beer while watching the OC.
Which, really funny story. I actually, just to see if she really did go out, I called her that night. And sure enough, she was at home drinking beer with her friends. And I was like, I thought you were going out. And she was like, well, we just decided it was going to be too big of a drive and all this stuff. And I was
too
like,
much hassle. And one of my friends brought by some beer and the other one brought by the OC. So we're like, we just got drunk and watched the OC.
I don't think they were watching the OC, but
yeah, that's usually what people do if they don't party.
When you are drunk,
they get drunk and watch the OC.
That's about the only time that show's good.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm implying.
Yeah.
The OC. If you are considering sponsoring the MCS1 Show, please send requests to the MCS1 Show at gmail.com.
I feel like we should leave.
Is the number one.
We should definitely leave that message too for Facebook.
Yeah.
We should contact Zuckerberg.
Yeah, I should.
Like, hey,
Mark
buddy,
Zuckerberg.
Could you please sponsor us?
I need to get my announcer to say that on a soundbite.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll fire him an email after this. So
why don't you just update your status? I really need my manager to make me a soundbite of my
promotion. I really would love for my producer right now to make me a sound. Now, I was talking to him about an hour before we started recording, actually, and I was telling him about this show and stuff, and he just never checks Facebook, and it's really cool that he does it, and I really admire him for that. And stuff, like, he has one and he doesn't really use it, and he's just like, he's just cool, just a great guy. But like, back to this whole broadcasting thing, like, I had a friend, and I was trying to get her to get Facebook just because I thought it'd be cool. I mostly just wanted to see pictures of her, see how she was doing, because she's really cute, and I miss her.
You wanted a Facebook stalker.
Yeah, I wanted a Facebook stalker. And so she finally got Facebook. And she got rid of it after like 3 months because she was so tired of hearing about everyone else's lives and how selfish it was.
It's true.
And you know what? I don't blame her. And I'm not upset with her. So, but then, oh man, it's just ridiculous. Another person, like, I actually talked to my mom about this over break because my mom got Facebook to keep in touch with my brother when he was at college before he got a cell phone. And then she kind of just kept Facebook around but didn't really do much with it. She's like, I'm tired of hearing about, this person that they don't really do anything. They're just getting drunk. And so even my mom, who complains about everything, she even was complaining about Facebook, and she didn't even know much about it.
She didn't even know.
And so yeah, that's even ridiculous. I know things are bad when my mom is already on the bandwagon of complaining.
Yeah, well,
and she complains about everything.
Well,
that's different from her.
Fair enough. And and my favorite thing too is the fact that you'll have somebody that you haven't talked to in years.
Oh man, yeah, I know what. Go on.
And then all of a sudden, it's your birthday, and they're like, "Oh, happy birthday!" And they say, like, they leave this enormous note saying, like, "Oh man, you're the greatest. You're so cool." And it's like, I haven't seen you in 5 years.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you remember my name.
Oh,
even
no
though
kidding.
you have it on a piece of paper in front of you.
Yeah,
on a screen in front of you. It's just like, I just I don't know. Like, if I don't personally know somebody, like, very well on Facebook and it comes up to be their birthday, that's actually when I take the time to delete them.
Yeah.
Because then I remember, oh yeah, I literally have nothing to say to this person, even though it's the most important day of the year for them personally, because it's their birthday. And I'm just like, I don't know anything about this person. I have nothing to say to them. I'm going to delete them.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about you. There's no reason for me to say anything to you ever. So what's the point of me having you on here?
Yeah.
But have you noticed how when you do that, what happens, Mark? They just get irrationally offended. And then it's like, and they send you a message and like, hey, why did you delete me? And it's like, dude, this is the first time you've talked to me in years.
Speaking of, I have two things to add to this. So speaking of adding people or whatever,
right?
It's like I got people in high school that would try adding me all the time. I had one kid, he added me for a while, and then like I was like, you know what, I don't know why I accepted you, and I end up blocking him. Because I don't delete people, I block. Because I don't want people, it's like, we already don't really know, we shouldn't have to know we exist at this point. I feel like you shouldn't really be if you're not really my friend, you don't really exist to me.
Right,
kind of thing.
Right.
So it's like, I don't want you re-adding me, I don't want you stalking my mini feed. We're done. And so, there was one kid in high school. He ended up stealing my prom date. Was a huge douchebag. Just caused a ton of drama for me. He got really fat after high school, and he ends up adding me and stuff. And it's like, why am I friends with you? And the guy had like 1,000 some friends, and it was like ridiculous. So also, back to people being irrationally offended over nothing. I have like a friend who always posts YouTube videos in Facebook mini feed. And every time he talks to me, he always says, hey, did you see my Facebook video? My video that I posted? And if I say no, he gets irrationally offended. Look, to all these people out there, if you are like this and you are listening, I want you to go to your Facebook account and deactivate it and walk outside and breathe some fresh air. I am tired of this. Okay, like... If you really want me to see something, you post it on my wall, okay? And another thing about these easy access to posting YouTube videos, you can go on YouTube and it's like post to Facebook wall. You can like do this easily. And so one of the people who I've seen do this, who gets literally offended, what he'll do is he'll watch like a quarter of a video and be like, oh, this is funny, post to Facebook, and then go on to another video. And he keeps doing this, and he gets mad if we don't watch the whole video or any of it. It's like, it took you a second to do this. It takes me much. There's no real thoughtfulness brought out in this.
Well, especially.
So what's the point?
Especially because he's not personally putting it on your wall. I mean,
it's not a video he made either. It's something. I don't care about your video about Obama being a socialist weasel. I don't care.
Well, and I just don't understand. Like, if it's not. If it's not your original work, at least first of all include that in the status.
Yeah,
I mean, I admit I've posted a YouTube video every once in a while, but I
post them every now and then too.
I definitely did not get offended when one of my friends did not watch that video.
Yeah, and even like when I post a video that I personally made, my producer / manager, we made a video over the summer with another person. And it was really cool, and I posted it on Facebook, I posted it on a couple of people's wall. And if they didn't watch it, it didn't hurt my feelings. And that's something that I personally spent my time doing. Like, I wrote it, I acted, I talked about how I wanted it edited, even though my friend edited most of it, and they did the camera work, and they did a lot of other things. Like, I didn't do it myself, but it's something I personally worked on. And I didn't get upset when people didn't watch it. So why should someone take a random video that they had no participation in whatsoever, post it on a Facebook mini feed, not even to someone's wall specifically, and then they can get offended? I don't see how you can get upset over this.
Well, you shouldn't.
Yeah, you have no right to be. I have a right to be, but I'm even not upset. And lots of things make me angry.
Well,
so,
yeah.
Ridiculous.
Well, but it's just, I don't know. And I also realized too, with regards to posting videos on Facebook, if, you're going to have friends that don't have that particular interest in common with you.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. If they don't want to watch the video, who cares?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And I'm not talking like I have several friends that are doing this. It's not just like one friend in general. It's a lot. And so it's kind of it's like the voice of many is really
it's getting out of hand.
It's getting out of hand. So it's I don't understand it. So we have a few moments. My manager / producer showed me this article, and it was you know a little bit about this, don't you, Caleb?
Yeah,
Can you talk about it?
The Jake Riley's Amish project. Basically, this guy kind of came up with this. I mean, he called it the Amish project because, and for those of you that aren't familiar with the Amish, they're people that don't participate in technological advances. They have a very simple life. You know, they don't.
They try to be really self-sufficient.
Right, exactly.
Thing.
They don't participate in in electricity, in phones, in really a whole lot of anything. You know, and so calling it the Amish project, I'm sure that a lot of people can guess what it's going to be about. But it's about a guy who's going to spend a few months. I think it's 90 days exactly or something.
It says 90 days without a cell phone, email, and social media. Exactly. You guys can go and you can Google this. It's called the Jake Riley, Reilly, Amish Project. So go check this out. But go on, Caleb.
But it's basically like he decided to come up with this idea of what could I do if I eliminated the distractions, you know, like such as a cell phone, and cell phones are great. You know, they really have made a lot of things very simple nowadays. But you know, and he basically kind of took it as, and this is kind of a lot of people's view, is, you know, it's kind of a leash. So he decided he's not going to have a cell phone, email, or a social networking like Mark said. And basically the idea is, what can I accomplish with this new time, you know, that I'm going to have now because I'm not participating in all of this mindless behavior.
Yeah, and like Caleb and I said last week, what could we accomplish as the world if we didn't do this stuff? Like, what diseases could we cure? You know, what problems could we solve? But anyway, go on, Caleb.
And so essentially, it just, you know, it's just all about he kind of kept a log of it, and he answered. Didn't he answer? He answered questions on it too, didn't he?
Yeah. I have a question answer thing pulled up, and I want to read like. So one
he has
thing of that.
he has a Q&A section about this. And so he kind of just, you know, talks about it a little bit. He kept a log of it, of what he did. So anyway, Mark, why don't you give him the question?
Here, I just wanted to read this one. And it was about improving relationships and stuff. And it said, the question asked, at one point, was there a Christmas greeting trampled in the snow? What were the circumstances around that? Now, just that question right there, that sounds kind of cool. Christmas greeting trampled in the snow. That's original and really interesting. And it says, yeah, that was mine for a long-term girlfriend who I kind of stopped seeing. But then this whole kind of thing, I think, helped us get back together because whenever we were together, there was no pressure. It was okay. We were just going to enjoy each other right now because I don't know if I'm going to see you again. There was no drunken text messaging and jealousy from Facebook. It was just her and I. So we started seeing each other again. And I did a lot of cheesy stuff like writing a big chalk message on the street in front of her office building and sending her a cookie with a message in frosting and stuff like that. On the last week she was in Colorado, I went out and I wrote Merry Christmas to her. That picture is taken from the roof of the apartment we were staying at. Wow. Isn't that mind-blowing? Like how creative we can get when we don't have something else like feeding us information?
Well, yeah, and it's like
original. It's great.
Yeah, and I mean, we've touched on this a lot of times, but it's becoming a mindless generation.
Yeah, and it's like this guy got rid of this, then no distractions, and his life improved. His relationships with others improved. It's funny because it's like the social network, which was originally designed to improve relationships and friendships, is really just hindering them.
Yeah, which, you know, happens with a lot of things.
So yeah. Anyway, so we have about 40 some seconds left of our show.
Yeah, we could probably read a letter.
So let's read a letter. And, all right, here, let's pull up the Gmail, type in the password real quick. And there we go. Oh, and there's the music. Well, I guess we are out of time, folks. So, thanks for tuning in for letters from the fans. Maybe we'll get to it. Yeah, no. Anyway, so have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon.